This year should be called the year of the comeback of the mini or the compact phones, as a lot of companies are trying to launch a compact phone, especially in India. While some old companies are trying to make a comeback in India, and we also have the slim phones, while some are ready to sell a budget phone without a charger. Welcome to another episode of the upcoming smartphones. And we're gonna start off with Acer, yes, that laptop making company that once used to sell smartphones like the Acer Liquid Z530 or Liquid Z630, sold around 2015 or 2016. Then they left because of Chinese smartphones competition. Well, that Acer is set to make a comeback in India with two smartphones, the Acer Liquid S162E4 and the Acer Liquid S272E4. Very simple names, guys, and these are supposed to be very budget-centric smartphones with a 6.5-inch and a 6.72-inch HD Plus displays and a Helio P35 and a Helio G36 respectively on both, with a 5000 mAh battery, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of base storage options, and a 16 megapixel or 20 megapixel single rear camera setup on each, and a 5 megapixel front camera on both. And both is said to be priced around 10,000 rupees. So not that exciting, but yes, these are budget phones, and these were supposed to be officially revealed by March 25th, but it's not yet. But let's see what Acer plans to do now. And who can forget about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge, the phone that no one asked, yet it is supposed to be launching by April or if delayed by May. It will have a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor with a thickness of just 5.84mm, but only with a 4000 mAh battery due to that small size. It is supposed to have a dual 50 megapixel rear cameras with a 12+256GB base storage option, and you could expect the pricing to be around 1 lakh for this phone, which as per me makes no sense. Next, Vivo is finally planning to launch the Vivo X200 Pro Mini, which already launched way back in China, but after seeing some success on the Vivo X200 in India, Vivo now has some hopes, so might be releasing the Vivo X200 Pro Mini by the second week of April, and we already know what's to come, like a 6.31-inch 1.5K LTPO AMOLED display with a Dimensity 9400 processor, a big 5700 mAh battery in this compact size with a proper 50 megapixel triple rear camera setup, and a 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. And you could expect the pricing of this one to be around 60,000 rupees in India. Vivo might also launch a Vivo X200 Ultra, which isn't confirmed yet or anything, but you could expect a 6.7-inch 2K LTPO AMOLED panel, a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor or a Dimensity 9400 Plus processor with of course a big battery and up to 24GB of RAM and probably up to 2TB of storage, which I have doubts upon, and might be priced above 1 lakh rupees. But again, nothing is confirmed yet, and so is the launch date. Now if Vivo or Oppo does something, how could you expect OnePlus to settle down that easily, right? So yeah, OnePlus is set to re-release the iPhone 16 in the name of OnePlus 13 Mini or the OnePlus 13T or 13T Mini or whatever, but with a 6.3-inch 1.5K AMOLED panel with a Snapdragon 8 Elite, the biggest battery in a compact phone till date, that's 6000 mAh, 12GB of RAM and 256GB of base storage maybe, and a 50 megapixel dual rear camera setup, and might be priced around 50 to 55,000 rupees as per my opinion. And you could expect this to be launching by the second week of April or by the end of April. But one question for you guys, can a 6.3-inch or anything beyond a 6-inch device be called a mini phone? Let me know in the comments. Recently the Pixel 9a was also launched globally and will obviously come to India by April at around a price that you expect from Google. That's supposed to be around 50,000 rupees, and by Flipkart's BBD it's gonna be available under 35,000 rupees, we all know that. But it has a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus OLED display with thick bezels, powered by the Tensor G4 chipset, surprisingly a bigger battery at 5100 mAh with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of base storage, and a 48 megapixel plus 13 megapixel rear camera setup, and 7 years worth of software updates. And just like the iPhone 16e, I will request everyone to ignore this one too, at least as of now. What you shouldn't be ignoring is the CMF Phone 2, which is supposed to be launching by second week of April, and this one is supposed to have around a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a Dimensity 7400 processor, which is just a little boosted version of the Dimensity 7300, not a big difference there, with a 5000 mAh battery and no charger in the box of course, with a 6 or 8GB of RAM and 128GB or 256GB of storage, and maybe a proper dual camera setup this time, like a 50 plus 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera combo. And this one is supposed to be launching under 20,000 rupees price tag. So let's see what Nothing or CMF does this year, as the CMF Phone 1 really outperformed most devices around the same price in a lot of categories last year, and yet the Nothing Phone 3 is nowhere to be found. Have you got any info about it? Let me know in the comments. And around the same price, Motorola, who has been surprisingly quiet this year as of now, is set to be launching the Moto S60 Fusion, which is said to be coming by April, which is supposed to have a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus OLED curved panel with the same processor as the Dimensity 7400, just like the CMF Phone 2, but with a 50 plus 13 plus 5 megapixel triple rear cameras, a 5500 mAh battery, 8GB of RAM and maybe 256GB of base storage this time, with obviously proper IP ratings and 4K recording from all of the cameras in a budget. That's nice too. And you could expect the pricing to be around 22,000 rupees or 24,000 rupees in India. Poco is also supposed to be releasing the Poco F7 series, which recently launched globally, where there were 3 devices, the Poco F7, F7 Pro and the F7 Ultra, where all of them has a 6.67-inch 2K AMOLED display, a Snapdragon 8S Elite for the F7, a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for the F7 Pro and a Snapdragon 8 Elite for the F7 Ultra. So all of them are powerful phones. The Poco F7's base storage might start with 8 to 56GB, while the other two from 12 to 56GB, with a 50 plus 8 megapixel camera for the F7 and the F7 Pro, and a 50 plus 50 plus 32 megapixel triple rear cameras on the F7 Ultra. Weirdly, the Poco F7 will have a 7000 mAh battery, the Poco F7 Pro comes with a 6000 mAh battery, and the F7 Ultra comes with only 5300 mAh battery. The Poco F7 might cost under 30,000 rupees, the Poco F7 Pro might cost around 35 to 40,000 rupees, and the Poco F7 Ultra around 45 to 50,000 rupees, which is a lot for a Poco phone. And so it's not quite sure which of these will launch in India at what pricing. I think the Poco F7 will definitely come along with the Poco F7 Pro, while the F7 Ultra might not be coming, but nothing's confirmed yet as of now. And all of these will launch around by the end of April or the first week of May. So which of these devices are you excited for the most? Let me know in the comments, and these are some other videos too. Until the next one, this was Hrideep. See you guys.